Hi guys, my name is Narayan and I welcome all the viewers in this video. So guys, in this video I just tried to collect a small topic because couple of guys are asking me on this what is the difference between Windows 7, Windows 8 and Windows 10. So I just tried to collect a little bit information and I'm just gonna share with you. If you find it is helpful for you, just please don't forget to subscribe my channel, comment on this video and share this video and like this video, so that if you share this it may reach to the people also. They may also come to know little bit things. I hope guys it's gonna be a helpful video for guys. So as you can see here, Windows 10 versus Windows 8 versus Windows 7, or what's the difference between all these three operating systems. So I will be talking about one by one in this video and different scenarios. And guys, the first one is what makes Windows 10 worth the upgrade. Okay, so in this, if we talk about detail, cost, I'm talking about first one, cost. What is the difference between of cost if we talk about 8, 7 and 10? So while some Windows 7 and Windows 8 user will not get Windows 10 free. So the thing is like Windows, if we have some users like Windows 7 and Windows 8, they will not get Windows 10 free. For the vast majority, there is no cost to upgrade whatsoever. On paper, this is a great deal because Windows 10 is not cheap, and Windows 10 Home and Windows 10 Pro Edition retail for 199 $119 and respectively, you can say. So if you want to upgrade it to Windows 10 Home, then you will have to pay $119. And if you want to upgrade it to this Windows 7 and Windows 8 to this version, then you do not require this much cost. But if you want to upgrade your Windows 10, then you will have to pay this much of money. By contrast, Windows 7 and Windows 8 have not been made free by Microsoft following Windows 7's release. So Windows 7 and Windows 8 were not free, uh, and the company has no plan to make them so they will not make them free. Still they don't have any plan. Consequently, even if you revert back to Windows 7 or 8 in time, it would seem to make sense to take your free Windows 10 upgrade. So this is the situation what we have here in this. If we talk about cost and difference between Windows 7, Windows 8 and Windows 10, so you can say the upgrade to Windows 10 is free, but if you want to upgrade to Windows Home and Windows Pro, then you will have to pay. Longer support, if we talk about longer support, so another key reason for getting the latest edition of Windows is Microsoft will support it for longer than both Windows 7 and 8. So they have given some extend to the support for this Windows 10 as compared to Windows 7 and 8. The Windows life cycle page screen grab below. I'm just going forward. So guys, mainstream support is the deadline for adding new features and functionalities, which makes it less crucial. But extended support, so two types of support they will provide. One is mainstream support and second one is extended support. So what will happen? But extended support is when Microsoft will stop supporting the platform with security updates. So this is how we have here longer support. In term of longer support, as you will see, Windows 10 gives 5 more year extended support over Windows 7 and 2 more year over Windows 8. If we see here like how they are gonna support client operating system XP, Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8 and Windows 10. So latest updates for service pack 3, service pack 2 for Vista, for 7 service pack 1, Windows 8.1, end of mainstream support. So it is already ended. Windows Vista, it is already gone 2012. And if we talk about this January 13 2015, this end of Steam support. And Windows 8 is January 9 2018, so it is also gone. October 2020, it is October 13 2020, it is still available for this. And if we talk about end of extended support, so for XP it is already gone, and for Vista 2017 gone, Windows 7, it is January 14 2020. Windows 8 January 10 2023, and October 2000 14 October 2025. So they will provide this extended support as well as mainstream support for Windows 10. And now if we talk about flexibility and universal apps, where Microsoft deserve a lot of credit with Windows 10 is the ambition, because of the OS will run across all future Microsoft devices from desktop and laptop to hybrid tablets or smartphones. So it will be, I mean, it is comfortable to or compatible to be used for laptop, desktop, tablets, and smartphone and all. And if we talk about the biggest benefit of this are here, apps in the new Windows Store will run on any device, which means single version of Angry Bird works everywhere. So these are the benefits. You can also read here. Microsoft's Continuum feature allow you to potentially connect a phone or tablet to a monitor and keyboard and use it like PC. So these are the benefits, you can say. Yes, Windows 10 really does run through every device, and the user interface can adapt to its environment, be that phone, tablet, or PC, and touch, mouse, or keyboard interaction. Next thing, guys, if we talk about gaming, what is the difference, how it is gonna support in this? So Windows 10 brings with it DirectX 12, and for serious gamers this is a must have. So they should have these kind of activities, or you can say the features or ability. Initial reports suggested DX12 would bring a 30-40% performance gain over DX11, and whereas the reality is closer to 10 to 20%. That is still money for old rope, and Windows 7 and 8 will never get access to DX12. So this is the difference between, or you can say the difference between the functionality of 7, 8, and 10 for gaming purposes. In addition, Windows 10 supports Steam games from an Xbox One, and controller for the Xbox One are compatible with Windows 10 PC, and you can be playing. Best of all, Xbox One streaming is fast and responsive, and again it will not come to Windows 7 and 8 at the later date. So these are the you can say there are certain more features added to 10 as compared to 7 and 8. Search and Cortana. So guys, Windows 10 offer fairly decent online search backed into its controversial status screen, and Windows 10 only offers local search. Okay, we can search locally things whichever available on our laptop or computer, or whatever we are, wherever we are using this. But we have better improvement on this in Windows 7 10. So Windows 10 easily trumps them both. So it will conclude, or it will bring both this Windows 8 feature as well as Windows 7 feature in this Windows 10. The secret to its success is Cortana, a voice assistant ported over from Windows Phone, and whose name comes from the Hello video game franchises. So this is very good. We can use it as a voice. I mean, you can give voice order to your computer, like Siri on iOS. Cortana can respond to voice command and perform everything from quick internet search to core tasks around Windows 10, like opening a new email, creating calendar or entries, and much more. Cortana isn't perfect, but see, it works pretty well out the gate and will only get better with time. So they may bring some more improvement on this. And now, if we talk about browser, so Edge browser and virtual desktop, I have listed these both together as are catch-up features. So the guys in Windows 10, the Edge browser, which is still feature limited at launch, is Microsoft's attempt to claw back momentum from Chrome. So just you can say they are just making it I mean, you can say the permanent for Windows 10. If we talk about Windows 10 S mode, they have made it mandatory for this Edge browser. Edge works significantly faster than Internet Explorer and is only available on Windows 10. Okay, this is one thing we should be knowing. In addition to this, Windows 10 finally adds virtual desktop like uh, uh, long screen on Linux and Mac OS X. These allow users without multi-monitor setup to create multiple virtual desktop, which are handy for splitting usage between work into project and or whatever you require. It's a great feature, so you do not require multiple desktops. You can create multiple virtual desktop on your screen. Guys, if we talk about minimum requirement, technically Windows 10 doesn't win this category, but in requiring a PC with no greater minimum specification than both 2-year-old Windows 8 and 5-year Windows 7, Microsoft deserve great credit those specifications. So if we talk about RAM, so 1 GB for 32-bit or 2 GB for 60 or 64-bit, and hard disk it is 16 GB or for 32-bit, and for 64-bit is 20 GB required. Graphic cards DirectX 9 or later with WDDM 1.0 driver, and display 80 to 80x to 600. I suspect major motivator for Microsoft here was that Windows 10 needs to run smoothly on both phones and tablet as well as PC. That should make it efficient enough to run on most PCs these days, with the exception of some very old Windows XP machines. If we talk about security, guys, here, while both Windows 7 and 8 do a pretty good job of keeping users secure, Windows 10 ups its game with several new features. First is device guard, which blocks zero-day attacks by waiting unsigned software program and apps. So unauthorized application and program will not run. So it is just you can say bit more advanced as compared to Windows 7 and 8. Device guard can also operate virtually, so even if it is compromised, a remote version can recognize and neutralize malicious software. So security is a bit more as compared to older ones 7 and 8. Next is Windows Hello, which is enhanced biometric support designed to reduce reliance on password by using your face, iris and fingerprint. You will need hardware support for this on your device, webcam, fingerprint reader, etc. But initially feedback is it works well, and again should improve over the lifetime of the Windows. So currently it is okay, but later on they may be come with more improvement. Lastly, guys, in Windows 10, Microsoft now delivers security patches outside Windows updates, so they go straight to your computer the moment they are available. Okay, so if any update is available, they will download to your system and will be installed. In theory, this means Windows 10 computers are always up to date, which gives hackers a much harder time. So whatever they develop for security purpose, updates or patches, it will be available to their server, and if it is connected to internet, automatically it will connect with your system and download. So security will be more. Now, guys, next thing, what makes it worth staying on Windows 7 or 8? So there are these are my main concerns here. Okay, stability, I'm taking as a stability. Right now Windows 10 is a brand new and it has launched with a surprisingly large number of bugs. So stability, if we talk about stability between Windows 10, 8 and 7, so Windows 10 is good as compared to 7 and 8 in many ways, but it has more bugs, large number of bugs, right? Among these are disappearing icons from the taskbar, start menu, lockups, Windows Store download bugs, copy and paste error, problem with audio and more. Okay, in fact Microsoft is about to release a massive 1 gigabyte download of bugs fixes. So to fix these bugs, they are planning to release one big fix for it, which gives you an idea of the scale. So it will be gigabyte in GB, it will be quite big. The trouble is much numerous. Patches always bring new bugs of their own, so if there is a new patch, there is a possibility of new bugs. Subsequently, this isn't so much a reason never to upgrade to Windows 10, but a good reason not to upgrade to Windows 10 right now. So it is up to you what you want to do. There is a possibility of more work, so you can decide what you want. You want to upgrade to Windows 10 or not. It is up to you. By contrast, Windows 7 and 8, despite the latest bumpy start, are pretty much rock solid these days. So still Windows 7 and 8 are in market and very good. Now guys, if we talk about one more thing here, which is mandatory updates, Windows 10 may be more secure and up to date because of this, but Microsoft's decision to force update upon users also has significant downsides. This has included automatically installing and broken graphic drivers which crash display, a security patch that crash Windows Explorer, and more. So, because of those automatic update, there are certain consequences. You can say wrong impact on the system or your operating system, right? Like it may not be fit. I mean, it is good for one thing, but it is not good for other things. By contrast, Windows 8 and 7 make all update optional. Okay, you are altered alerted to install them. So in Windows 7 and 7 and 8, we will get alerts, and we can decide what we can do or what it should happen. I believe the ideal solution lies halfway between the two. Make all updates automatic by default, but gives users two options to stop or delay any update category or individual update. So this is the difference between 10 and 7 8. Right now, this lack of flexibility makes Windows 10 a deal breaker for some. So this is a disadvantage, you can say, for some peoples. Now, brutal enforcement policies. Of course, mandatory updates have led to many users devising elaborate ways to sidestep Windows 10 patches, but there is a little point in this. Microsoft, so it may be a issue for some users, but there is a what they have to do. User can't do anything because Microsoft requires users to accept these terms in its Windows 10 EULA and user license agreement and security updates. Now side steps Windows update and are installed to all version of Windows 10 without uh, warning. So the thing is, according to this EULA and user license agreement, when we install that, we accept this. So there is no warning for that kind of things, so it will install automatically. Now Windows 7 and 8 have had similar policies for major updates in the past. Service pack in 7 and Windows 8 8.1 update, but a user doesn't face a ticking clock for every single update, big or small, as Windows 10. So yes, there was a chances for the, I mean there I mean Windows 7 and 8, there were updates available, there were you can say new things, new patches available, but they were not mandatory. We were able to skip them, or we were able to cancel them, or decide what we want to do. But here each and everything is, I mean just like permanent, I mean mandatory. Interestingly, Microsoft recently released a tool for uninstalling bad updates for Windows 10, which suggests its stance may be softening, but the tool only works after updates are installed, which isn't much use if a bad one stops your PC from booting. So this is also a challenge. They have released a tool so you can install bad patches or updates, but still there is a possibility of stopping your computer from functioning. Now if we talk about privacy, if the enforcement policy were tough, however, they have nothing on the privacy violation. Microsoft request in the Windows 10 EULA a notable section reads. So they have given, I mean their policies are all in that EULA. So we will access, disclose, and preserve personal data. These are the things which included in this, including your content such as the content of your emails, other private communication, or files in private folder. When we have a good faith belief that doing is so necessary, so they can use all those things if required, right? Needless to say, necessary is a crucial qualifier, and this should mean Microsoft will not violate your privacy for no reason. But that all comes down to trust, and there is not a great deal of that going around in a post Snowden world. So they can use, but if it required. Next thing guys, easy of use. In fairness, Windows 7 is, so you can say, very good to use after XP was very good. Later on Windows 7 is familiar, and Windows 10 is also very, good, but it has more graphics. User should be knowing each and everything. There are multiple options available, multiple features are available, so it requires lots of information, knowledge, idea how to use it, how to not use it, and what to use, what we can use. So this is the difference between easy of use. And if we talk about lost features, so if we talk about guys this one, uh, this will not affect too many users, but the fact is Windows 10 does kill some features Windows 7 and 8 users consider essential. So they have removed some features as compared to Windows 7 and 8. The big one is Windows Media Center, which is a mainstay in some home media setups, while there is also no native DVD playback. Microsoft is reconsidering this. No desktop gadgets and no floppy drive support. So this is one difference between, you can say, the features what they have removed or what they have added in this Windows 10 as compared to 7 and 8. Meanwhile, games like solitaires have been removed and are now ad supported from the Windows Store with payment required to remove them. So this is also removed from Windows 10. Now guys, broadband hog, what is this? So if we talk about this, while Windows 10's mandatory update policy has split opinions, a far less widely reported issue is also taking place. The new OS uses P2P updates distribution system called Windows Update Delivery Optimization, WUDO. So this is a new, you can say, the feature added in this Windows 10. What will happen here? What is the use of this and what is the role? The benefit of WUDO is that once the Windows 10 device has downloaded the latest update, it will automatically distribute to other PC on your network, saving time. The problem is your PC will also start to share this update with other PC around the world that still need it. So the thing is very simple. If you have a Windows 10 uh, OS installed in your network and two PCs got new update, then it will spread to all the computers. If you have 100 computers, two system got update, it will distribute to rest of 98 computers. This takes the pressure of Microsoft. This takes pressure off Microsoft server, but also means Windows 10 will consume more of your bandwidth. So it will consume your more bandwidth obviously than Windows 7 and 8. Neither of which do this. So it was not available on Windows 10 and Windows 7, but it is available on Windows 8 10, sorry. The good news for those on method connections is this can be changed by going to, but we have a possibility, we have some certain settings, so we can change it, like setting Windows when this path we need to go: settings, Windows Update and security, Windows Update sections, advanced options, select PC on my local network only for WUDO to only be used for your PC. So we can change it. It will not spread to network and it will be remain to that particular system only. Switch it off. So each PC has to get their own download. So the rest of PC will get their own download from the internet. While the option is disabled is nice, WUDO is another example of where Microsoft should be more transparent. So they should work on this. They need to work on this with Windows 10 and let them know upfront that there is their devices will be doing behind their backs by default. So this may be enabled by default, but we can control it, we can manage it. So guys, in this video this much information only. I hope this is gonna be helpful for you. If it is helpful for you, please, as I said, don't forget to subscribe my channel, comment on this video, like this video, and share this video so it may reach to other people also. And keep watching my channel. And next videos I will be sharing a few more things, whichever I can share you. Till then, bye bye guys.